All right, all right, all right. Good afternoon. It's your girl Isha here, Carnivalista in Chief with Events by Ashe, where we plan unique and life changing Caribbean Carnival luxury experiences. That's a mouthful. And if you're watching me, you are tuning in for three things nobody tells you about experiencing Carnival in Grenada, aka Spice Mass. So you are in the right place because I am going to make sure that you are not blindsided when you go to Grenada to experience their glorious festival known as Spice Mass. All right, so a couple of things. I will be going through some slides. I have some beautiful slides prepared. And once I am done going through all of those slides, I will take questions. So feel free to put your questions in the chat and I will definitely get to them once the slides have been presented. As you are joining, definitely shout me out, big me up, hug me up virtually, and say hello. I definitely want to hear from you. And let us get started. All right. So let me make sure that I know what I'm doing here, Olia, because I feel like I switched these around. And now I need to figure out how to get it back. All right, there's one. There we go. All right. So now we're going to show and nope. I got to figure out how to do this again. Please hold. Let me try to figure out technology again, as usual. Let's see. Yes, there we go. I figured it out. All right, so let we go. So, as I said, these three things, we definitely do not want you to be blindsided when you get to Grenada, and make sure that you know everything and you are prepared. All right. So let us get started. So, first of all, if you do not know who I am Isha Herbert Davis. I am the founder and Carnivalista in Chief of Events by Ashe. We are a luxury Caribbean carnival travel operator, if you didn't know. And, it is always fun for me to talk about Caribbean Carnival anyway, or just Carnival period in North America, wherever it is. I definitely enjoy talking about it a lot. I've been bringing women to carnivals throughout the Caribbean, including Grenada, for the past 16 years because we celebrated our 16th business anniversary this year. And you're definitely going to learn things from me that you simply can't find anywhere else. I'm always going to give you the honest information very transparently and make sure that you don't get blindsided. All right. So, as I said, I'm going to go through the information today. And just to give you a little bit more information about us, as I said, I brought hundreds of women across to Carnival across the Caribbean at destinations, including Grenada. Events by Ashe handles everything. So we handle travel logistics, accommodations, we handle all of your event tickets, costumes, and on the ground support. We don't just sell you, stuff and then just disappear and leave you to figure it out once you get to Grenada or Barbados or Trinidad. We are there with you and we help you to show up. We help you to experience it. That is really our handled freedom model. Now, we've been featured in National Geographic, we've been featured in Travel and Leisure, and we've been featured in Travel Noir. We do have a A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau as well. And that's not anything small to be in business for 16 years. Right now, with Spice Mass specifically, I have experienced Spice Mass a couple times at this point, and everything that I'm sharing today comes from being in the streets of St. George's, which, in case you didn't know, that is the capital of Grenada. And it's not just reading it from somebody's blog post. You can trust that this information is firsthand. And of course, the picture on screen is me at Spice Mass this year, and it was glorious. So let's get into it. What I am going to cover with you today, and of course, if you are watching, shout me out in the comments, say hello. I definitely want to know that you're here. This is meant to be interactive, so definitely put your questions in. And as I said, I will get to them once I go through everything today. So, Thing number one I'm going to review is island time has a cascade effect and nobody warns you about it. Thing number two is getting around St. George's, which again is the capital of Grenada, during carnival time is a different challenge than you might expect. And I'm going to tell you why. And then thing number three is Spice Mass is a physical endurance event, and most women do not prepare for it. So we're going to talk about that. Now, again, these things come from me actually being there and experiencing it myself. This is not the tourist brochure version, okay? This is the real version. So let's start with the first thing that surprises people, and that is that island time has a cascade effect. And let me just double check. Oh, hey, Miss Pamela. Oh, thank you for that comment. So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in today. And thank you. I am the best. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you so much, hon. All right, so let's go through the first thing. And I just want to make a quick mention of this picture. This is one of my favorite photos that we've ever taken. This is with Kes himself. Yes. And one of our ambassadors. And this was actually in Grenada as well, because he was there this year, in case you didn't know. All right, so the first thing, island time has a cascade effect. All right. Now, for those of you who have traveled to the Caribbean, or maybe you've dealt with Caribbean vendors, you know that Caribbean time is a real thing, right? Now, how this takes shape in Grenada, events do start late. Yes. However, Spice Mass itself has a specific wrinkle that makes things a little bit more complicated than any other carnival that you perhaps have attended. All right. Now, just to walk you a little bit through the actual route of the two parade days. So we're talking about Carnival Monday and Carnival Tuesday, because Grenada Spice Mass is 2 full days of parade, of road. All right. Now, everything that happens on those 2 days follow the same road through St. George's. Same route, right? Juve starts first thing on Carnival Monday morning. Then you have Carnival Monday Mass. Then you have Monday Night Mass. And then Carnival Tuesday Parade happens the next day. Now, because they all follow the same road, they can't run at the same time, right? They can't stop and start at different times. They all run sequentially. So that means if Juve runs long, then Carnival Monday Mass starts late. If Carnival Monday Mass starts late and runs long, Monday Night Mass starts late. Everything cascades. So to give you a personal moment from 2022, we had our clients, and we were hearing, through the grapevine that, Monday Night Mass is starting late. We had to be flexible and adjust, right? And of course, let the clients know that yes, we were supposed to be leaving for Monday Night Mass at this time, but we're going to leave a little bit later because we heard that it's running late. We left the hotel and thought, okay, we'll be good to go. And we still had to wait for our band to show up because they were running behind. So that is a personal story and personal experience. So here's the practical advice. Do not plan any day or any event on Carnival Monday or Tuesday around the posted official schedule. Plan around the vibe, be flexible, and most importantly, follow whoever you are meeting for Juve, whoever you are meeting for Carnival Monday Mass, whoever you are meeting for Monday Night Mass. Follow their social media accounts, or make sure you're looking into your email to find out what is going on, so you know where things actually are. All right. A good page to follow as well is the Spice Mass Corporation. They will post updates in terms of things running late. Sometimes it's good to even check with your transportation, because, transportation providers, they are on the actual ground, so they know what's going on. Even local photographers, event organizers will post things in real time to let you know what's going on. And those sources are your most reliable source of information during Spice Mass, so you can know what is going on. Now, here's some insight. The women who struggle with this are the ones who planned everything too rigidly. And if you didn't stay And if you stay plugged in and you stay flexible, you will have the most enjoyable time. You won't feel frustrated because this is running late and you didn't know and you're standing around waiting, right? Now, once you know your schedule might shift, you need to know something else. Getting from point A to point B during Spice Mass is not straightforward. All right. So before I go into thing number two, once again, post your questions, post your comments, and anything that you want to know about Spice Mass because I will definitely get to them. Let's go to thing number two. Getting around St. George's is a different challenge just on its own. And this is just based in physical reality. Now, before I get into that, I just want to shout out two of these lovely ladies on screen. This is Carla and Sarita. They were a mother and daughter team who traveled with us to Spice Mass this year, and they were the cutest thing. I mean, aren't they cute? I mean, just look at them. They look adorable. And they wanted to experience Spice Mass together. We were so happy to be able to deliver that handled freedom experience to them. All right. Now, getting back to the different challenge getting around St. George's, right? So Grenada does not have a highway. The entire road network throughout the islands runs on two-lane roads. Two-lane roads, all right? Many of them narrow, winding, sometimes through hilly terrain because Grenada has some serious hills, okay? And it's beautiful, mind you, but it also means that traffic behaves very differently than anywhere where you have probably driven or been driven before. And during Spice Mass, thousands, tens of thousands of visitors fly in internationally, okay? And they're all trying to get to the same place, St. George's, on these two-lane roads. All right. So the rule of thumb here to get around this is whatever time Google Maps is telling you it will take before you get to the island to get somewhere, double it. So if you think it's a 10-minute drive, plan for 20 minutes. If you think it's 20 minutes, plan for 40 minutes, and so on and so forth. Now, this matters the most for Juve because that starts in the early hours of the morning. The last thing you want to do is think you're leaving on time and you don't get there and you miss the key moments that you wanted to experience. Now, one of these I can definitely tell you from a conversation I had this week with a woman who went to Spice Mass last year. She went with a group, they kind of planned it on their own. And she was so sad that she missed starting Juve in the dark of night, like in the wee hours of the morning, because that was the thing that she really wanted to experience the most. That magical transition that happens as the darkness lifts and the sun comes up. Look, my pores are raising. It's just something that it is magical, all right? And she missed it. She missed that key moment because they left too late. They were stuck in traffic for too long and she missed that moment, right? So, another piece of practical advice there is to stay as close to St. George's as possible. The further you are from the action, the more of your carnival that you will spend in a car. All right. You want to factor your accommodation location into your planning and not just the accommodation itself, right? The other thing to note is walking can sometimes work faster during these peak carnival moments. So know that going in, your good shoes will matter. Comfortable footwear will matter. All right. Because sometimes it's faster for your transportation to just drop you and have you walk to the band meeting place instead of staying in that line of traffic that's trying to get to the meeting place, do a 3-point turn and drive back out. Right. Now, this brings me to the third thing, and this is the one nobody talks about at all. And let me check for any questions. All right. Again, if you're watching, questions, put them in the chat and or just tell me hi. All right. So the third thing that no one is talking about at all, at least I haven't found it anywhere, is that Spice Mass is a physical endurance event. Okay? So let's talk about the Carnival Monday timeline, just alone. All right. So early hours of the morning is Juve. You're waking up at 2, maybe 3 a.m., getting yourself ready, navigating to the starting point, and jumping it right into head first. There's no like down period, right? You're jumping headfirst into one of the most high energy events of the entire time you will be in Grenada. All right. So you finish Juve, go back to the hotel, get cleaned up, all right, or go back to your Airbnb or whatever, get cleaned up, Then you hit the road for Monday Mass, Carnival Monday Mass. And this is the daytime parade. You're in Monday wear. You're back on the road in your Monday wear in that August heat, parading. And again, same route that you did for Juve, you're doing it again for Monday Mass. All right. You finish Monday Mass, go back to the hotel again. Maybe you catch a nap, eat a meal, whatever you need to do. Then you hit the road again for Monday night Mass. This is another event, another late night if you've been fetting the whole week. All right. And then the next day after Monday night mass, when you go back to the hotel, because Monday night mass goes until 11 o'clock, midnight, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning on Carnival Tuesday morning, you're going back to the hotel or your Airbnb or wherever you are staying. You're catching maybe a few hours of sleep. And I'm specifically talking to the ladies here because you're going to have to get up early to get your carnival makeup done. All right. Put on that costume, take your little pictures with your cell phone and thing, head out to the main parade. And the main parade is the biggest day of the entire festival. So let's sit in that for a minute, right? This is effectively a 36 hour to 48-hour run with heat, humidity, whining, walking, and minimal sleep in between. All right. Most people do not prepare for this. They think of, Spice Mass as a party and they show up without accounting for any of the physical demand on your body. Spice Mass is not for the weak of heart or of body. You need to be fit. You need to be ready to take it on. Now, all of that being said, fitness does not mean the models that you see in the costumes, right? That's not what that means. It's stamina, right? You need this 36 to 48 hour run. You need to be ready to keep up. Now, keep in mind, the nap between Juve sometime on Carnival Monday, you're going to need a nap is not optional, right? It is a survival strategy. If you skip getting at least a little bit of rest on Carnival Monday, you're going to feel it on Carnival Tuesday. And Carnival Tuesday is not the day you want to miss. It's not the day you want to sleep through your alarm because you were exhausted from Carnival Monday. So here's some practical advice. Hydrate aggressively starting 2 or 3 days before the Spice Mass parade. And this is again Carnival Monday and Carnival Tuesday. Make sure you are eating properly. This is not the time to miss meals. Make sure you are taking your supplements, whatever you take to keep your health up and not catch some kind of bug. Do that. Bring comfortable shoes you can actually dance in without your foot hurting you. Pack a small bag with everything you need for Juve and everything you need throughout that Carnival Monday ahead of time. Pack all of that ahead of time. So you're not scrambling at 2 a.m., you're not scrambling at noon, you're not scrambling at 8 p.m. to get out the door to go wherever you need to go on, especially on that Carnival Monday. I would even pack in advance for Carnival Tuesday just to make sure that you do not forget anything and you're not scrambling to do it, right? And this brings me to another point. It's exactly why having someone handle logistics matters so much. Because a real example of what it looks like over at Events by Ashe when we go to Ultimate Spice Mass with our clients. The night before Juve, our clients received a picture of everything they need for Juve morning, laid out, pictured, ready to go. So we're like, hey guys, here's everything that you need to have in your pouch, in your string backpack, whatever you are carrying on your body. This is what you need to have ready. Clients just go in their bag, pull it out, lay it out. So it's set aside. We have a picture of everything that they're going to need for Monday night mass, a picture of everything they're going to need for Carnival Tuesday. So they wake up, put it on, go out the door. Wake up, put it on, go out the door. No scrambling, no second guessing, no 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. decision fatigue. When your accommodations, your transportation, events, and itinerary are all handled, down to the picture the night before, you are not spending your mental and physical energy on the planning. You're spending it on experiencing. And that is the EBA difference. That is handled freedom. All right, so those are the three things. And I definitely want to tell you what comes next. But before I get to that, let me see if we have any questions. So we do not have any questions in the chat. Again, if you're watching, tell me hi. If you have specific Spice Mask questions, definitely put it in the chat. Let us get to the next thing. So if you are ready to stop planning and start experiencing. First and foremost, I definitely want to thank you for watching. I want to remind you that everything that I mentioned today is from my own personal experience of actually being there. All right. And that is what Events by Ashe does for the women who we serve. We handle the knowledge and the logistics, so you don't have to carry any of it. All right. And if you are ready to have that handled freedom feeling, if you are ready to be completely taken care of in a luxurious setting and experience a Caribbean carnival, then Ultimate Spice Mass 2027 opens on Friday, September the 4th. And that is going to be the first opportunity for anyone watching this video to claim your spot. Now, if anything in today's talk as you were listening to be shifted for you, if you found yourself thinking this is it, at any point, the next step is to have a conversation with my team. And this is not a sales pitch. It's just a real conversation about whether Ultimate Spice Mass is the right fit for you and what that would look like if it was. All right. And the link for you to book a discovery call with my team will be in the description to this video. You click that link. If you have any questions during that 15 to 20-minute call, you can definitely talk to my team about it. And we will give you all of the information that you need to move forward with confidence into Ultimate Spice Mass with us. All right. Now, I do have some time for questions. I do not see any questions here. So again, if you're watching, plug your questions in so I can answer them. All right. So here's some FAQs that I've gotten from some clients over the years. And let me remove my slide here. Let me put the link in for the if you wanted to go ahead and speak to a member of my team about Ultimate Spice Mass. Let me just type this in. All right. Yes. So frequently asked questions that I've gotten from people who are interested in Spice Mass. All right. So how do I get there? How do I get to Grenada? That's usually a really good question. And the answer is, most major airlines fly there. So United flies there, Delta, American, Caribbean Airlines, of course, for those of you who are in major kind of metropolitan areas that Caribbean Airlines serves, they fly there as well. Flights book as early as possible. That is a question that I get all the time. How soon should I book? As early as possible, because the flight prices are seriously crazy the closer that you get to Spice Mass in whatever year you're planning to travel. Okay. I mean, I'm talking about this year I saw airfares like north of 2000 US. All right. So, and that was probably about 6 months, 5 to 6 months out. So make sure that you book as early as possible. That will make sure that you get the best savings and you get the best options as well. And you're not kind of forced into a two-stop kind of situation and like nobody has time for that. All right. So another question that I get is, what is the currency that is used in Grenada? So that is the Eastern Caribbean dollar, or XCD. Those are the initials for that. And the exchange rate, if I remember correctly, is about 2.6 US. So it's like $1 to 2.6 Eastern Caribbean dollars. So it's not a bad exchange rate. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. All right. So That is another question that I get. As I said before, the capital is St. George's. The parade passes through there. Many major events happen in that area. If you're doing any of their fabulous boat rides, you will most likely need to go to the St. George's port to board that as well. And that is the capital of the country. Other things to know about Grenada: it is known as the Spice Island of the Caribbean. And that is not just a title, it is actual practice. Like, they grow spices on the island. You can smell it in the air. It is just absolutely wonderful. So you can get any kind of spice you can possibly think of once you get to Grenada. And the food is fantastic. Grenada is actually known as one of the noted culinary destinations around the world. So it was actually recognized for that a few years ago. So you'll definitely get some great food there. There's some wonderful accommodations. People always ask, when do I book accommodations? As soon as possible. There are several spots on the island that are already sold out. Yes, they're sold out already. So make sure that you do that. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Yes, the food, girl. The food is amazing. And we're looking for you to come back to Spice Mass, girl. It's been a while. Come back. We miss you. But yeah, the food is amazing. As I said, we had actually, no, I don't think I mentioned that. We had our privately catered dinner with Chef Elvis George, and he made us the national dish of Grenada, oil dong, this year, and it was delicious. We had a great time. And, of course, Chef Elvis, he was just gracious and just a really humble and beautiful person. So we had such a great time with him. But yes, I went through some FAQs. Yes, you need to come back. Teresa, I can just imagine you giggling. You are too much. Yes, you need to come back. And if you are watching, you need to come with us, all right, to Grenada next year. What are you waiting for? Really, what are you waiting for? It's not anything you have to coordinate and figure out. Just come book an Ultimate Spice Mass package. We have you. It's handled freedom. We, definitely prepare you for everything with our webinars, all of the information that we share with you before you even get to Grenada. So you're 150% prepared. We guide you through everything. What's the best footwear? We have a personal stylist who will be working with you to get those carnival outfits, those Spice Mass outfits ready. And I am wearing my Grenada green today. I forgot to mention that. This is my Grenada green. This is homage to Grenada. But we will have a stylist work with you virtually before you even set foot on the island. Get those outfits together. Get your accessories together for your costume. You'll order your costume months in advance. We will order it on your behalf. You don't need to do that. You don't need to fit it. You don't need to worry about it fitting. We handle all of those things, So we prepare you, we guide you, and then you are free. We free you to actually enjoy your entire Spice Mass experience. No worrying about anybody else. You get the chance to connect with other like-minded women like you and have a time. That is all you need to focus on, having a good time. Imagine if there was a vacation where that's all you needed to do. And that's literally what we do. That is what we specialize in. That is what we have done for over 16 years. All of that to say, the link is in the chat for you. If you have been thinking, yes, this is it. I'm going to experience this next year. I am going. Sign me up. Click on the link in the chat. I pasted it. It will also be in the description once this video is posted, for you to talk with someone on my team about Ultimate Spice Mass so you can join us the next time. All right. I don't see any questions in the chat. So going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right. Thank you so much for watching today. And I hope to see you on the next Ultimate Spice Mass experience. And as always, till the next line.